Discovery.
Claire sends her apologies. She could not make this evening. We know she's alive.
Yeah, she's got a very busy day tomorrow, so it's one of them.
So she ditched us to attend to her busy day.
Yeah. How rude.
I would have as well. Anyway, today is actually Claire's movie pick. Full credit to Claire for this one. This might be the best film she's actually picked.
Yes.
I'd have said that if she was here.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'd agree with that.
It's the 2025 remake of The Running Man, which I went into, I'm not going to lie to you gentlemen, I went into this thinking, well, this will be wank, nothing can top the Arnie version.
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I was apprehensive about it.
Another remake of a classic. They should be ashamed of themselves. Hollywood has truly ran out of ideas.
I wanted it to at least be like the original.
Yeah.
Like, they'd kind of completely changed the premise of it, haven't they?
Yes.
And at first, no, it's not Arnie, no. And what the fuck? What's he do? How's it? No.
Yeah.
that was my reaction for the first probably 15, 20 minutes. But I started to just warm up to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's got a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, winky humour to it, isn't it? But
in some places, yes, there are attempts at dark humour, aren't there?
Apparently it's more like the book, isn't it?
Allegedly so, which is Stephen King, but written under his pseudonym.
Ah, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And what was his who was his pseudonym?
Richard Bachman, was it?
Something like that, yeah.
I wonder why. Is that because it was a completely different genre to Stephen King?
It's more adult.
Because he was always like the horror, thriller, nasty like
But
that.
he knows that if he put something out under Stephen King, it'd sell.
He wanted to just try and do a whole new...
He's got the publishing deal.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go, here's this book, I want to put it under a pseudonym. Because if it's just Stephen King, people will buy it. I want to see if I can actually write under this pseudonym and have people appreciate the fact that, you know, I've written a good book rather than they just buying it because it's got my name on it.
Yeah, okay.
So, The Running Man starring Glenn Powell, who I have seen in stuff.
Have you?
I think so. He reminds me of somebody. As Ben Richards, we're keeping the names.
Yeah.
Alicia Ben as Kathy Richards. The big name in this, really, is Josh Brolin.
Yeah. I really liked him in it, actually. I really liked him in it. But yeah.
Did you notice the cameo in it?
I did not.
Rich Hall, the American comedian.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Go on.
I saw him at some point. Because I remember thinking, is that Rich Hall?
What, curly black hair?
I don't think he got curly hair.
You know the miserable American comedian?
Yeah. He almost looked a little bit like, what's his face from Jurassic World? They've got a similar look to him, haven't they? Goldblum.
Oh,
he's got a similar look to
Rich
Jeff
Hall's
Goldblum,
definitely more
isn't he?
miserable, though.
I know. I know. Where was he?
He plays the vagrant in it. Takes his hat, he buys his hat, the veteran's hat.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember him buying that It's only like a few seconds.
Yeah, I completely didn't realise it was Rich Hall, to be fair.
Wow.
I'll have to re-watch that just to see that bit.
And Willie Nelson's in it as well, isn't he?
I've seen.
I don't know if it is Willie Nelson.
It looks like Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Should we go through the plot then, gents? Yeah. And then we'll say what we think. And Mike's got copious notes.
Yep.
So, The Running Man, a world addicted to violence. It's a near-future United States, a country that is no longer governed by traditional politics or an elected government. I'm going to pause for comedic effect. But by the network, an all-powerful media empire that controls information, entertainment, and by extension, reality itself. In this dystopian society, inequality is extreme, public services are gutted, and most people live in poverty, barely eking out a living while the wealthy enjoy luxury and endless diversion. And you know at the start of this movie when he's going through to the network building, he wants to get on the telly, Ben Richards, and it was like, what are you doing here? Because it's literally the wealthy bit is walled off and it's got armed guards and you go through gates. And he's like, I want to go to the network offices. I've got an appointment. Okay, scan the face. Yeah, you are who you say you are. In you come, but no dallying. If you dally about, you know, we'll have someone come and kick the shit out of you, basically.
Yeah, you're not allowed to just come in and hang around. You've got to come in and just go straight to where you've got to go.
Straight to there, yeah.
No diverting.
And then the first thing I thought was, that's the fucking Chinese social credit score, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Because we find out shortly he's been sacked from every job he's ever had for being insubordinate, hasn't he? He's a rebel within a system that doesn't allow rebellion.
But not as we would see it.
It's interesting
He was a fucking hero.
You thought of China. I instantly thought of our society with the not the facial recognition thing, but the extreme inequality, people living in poverty.
It's going that way, though, isn't it, mate? Let's face it.
Well,
Yep. It's getting worse and worse, isn't it?
My immediate thing was like, you've got to be scanned to come in here, and if your score's not good enough, you're not coming in, are you? So that's why I went straight to China.
Yeah.
It's like isn't there a thing where, like, you know, someone's child was having a major medical incident, and they wouldn't let them into that zone where there was a hospital because their social credit score wasn't high enough. So, oh, sorry, but it's a medical emergency. My child might be dying. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got to wait for the ambulance to come for the further away hospital. You know.
It's mental.
Oh, it is, but the worst thing is
America's
the youngsters.
not far off that now anyway, is it?
Oh
Really?
no, they're just devolving into chaos, and they're dissolving into chaos. And you know what? They slate us.
Mad, isn't it?
They say we're this dystopian, communist, fucking, you know, totalitarian country, and it's like, oh,
You've got tent cities, mate.
you've got tent cities, and your president's just fucking toppled a government, and he wants to fucking take another. So I'd argue, and you've got people on the streets just snatching people. You know,
Fucking nightmare to me.
we haven't. At least there's no one on our streets just snatching people.
But yes, back to the Running Man.
Things are a lot more dystopian.
Yeah.
The police are a lot more sort of. You know, they don't look like police. They look like weird paramilitary SS.
Yeah.
gear, and they've got like a. What I found funny was like it was almost like the Netflix logo was their badge on it. It was like an N, and it was like, Netflix. This is how the world's gonna end up.
But it's going to be Disney that owns it.
Oh yeah, of
The
course.
Netflix police.
The evil mouse.
Fucking, they all have Mickey Mouse ears on their helmets. The network maintains social order, not through force but through distraction, and their most popular program is The Running Man, a televised death game where contestants, known as runners, must survive 30 days while being hunted by professional assassins for a massive cash prize, and if you fail, you die on camera. People are volunteering for this. This is how bad society is. You are volunteering for a game show where you can be hunted by professional hunters with live ammunition who will quite happily execute you on live television.
Yep, and nobody's ever survived it.
No one's ever survived it. And if they did, do you trust them to give you the money? It's very
Just
much like the original.
It's like the original,
Yeah.
isn't it? The team that won, they find the fucking remains at the end, don't they?
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, those are the two winners. Look at them, they're on it. And it's first, argue that Running Man, the original, was 1987, something like that.
Yeah.
Deep fake pioneer, because that was all
Yeah.
deep fake. All their stuff was deep faked, wasn't it? You know, the two winners on holiday and on their yacht in the Caribbean, and it's like, no, they just burnt skeletons in a fucking back room.
That was the whole premise of it, wasn't it? Because it was like the footage of him in the helicopter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they changed it and mixed it around to make it look like he was the psycho shooting all the innocent people, just like how they were manipulating the videos.
Yep, if the corporation, they control the narrative, they control reality, don't they?
Oh, it's... Christ, look what's happening now.
It sounds so familiar though, it really does. Because let's face it, I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to the fact that what you see on the news through mainstream media, you have to take with a pinch of salt. And I think a lot of people have started to realise that now.
Yeah.
And you'll find there's a lot of propaganda that we've never realised. Because we are that well indoctrinated and fucking brainwashed without even realising.
Then it's just... Well, it's called programming for a reason, isn't it?
100%. And we've all been programmed.
Manufacture of consent.
It doesn't matter how much we like to think we're fucking free-willed and free-minded.
We're not. No, we're not. Pete.
We have been programmed since birth.
But look at, this film's set in America, obviously, parallels with what's happening in the US. You've got your MAGA devotees who are like, it's like it's a cult for some of these people, and it's worrying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that every Republican is MAGA and all that, but some of these hardcore ones, they're like, he can do what he wants, I don't care. And you're like, you got a constitution to stop that shit? Yeah, I don't care. He's the right man, he's chosen by God. What?
It's frightening, isn't it?
That's terrifying to me.
Yeah.
But Ben Richards is an ordinary blue-collar worker living in the slums of Co-op City with his wife Sheila and their young daughter Kathy, who suffers from a chronic illness. Healthcare is prohibitively expensive and in short supply in this crumbling society unless you've got money. You got new dollars. What I love about the new dollars is that Arnie was on them.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was the other little cameo I thought you were going to mention, actually.
Now, Ben's attempt to find steady work or support are blocked when he's blacklisted for his involvement in being in a union and being insubordinate, which I assume comes with being in the union. He was protesting dangerous working conditions. Now, desperation pushes him to breaking point and he visits the network's headquarters hoping to audition for a safe, low-risk show. Because he's sat at home watching the game shows, isn't he? Like,
Speed the wheel.
Well, yeah, because there's different parts to the show, isn't there? It's like one big show.
I think they're different shows, aren't they?
Oh, they are different shows.
So the Running Man is the most popular, but then Speed the Wheel.
That's right.
The giant hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You've answered questions, haven't you?
He'd have been good in that. Or was that only for fat people, do you think?
But there's a chance you could get maimed, though, by doing that one. You wouldn't necessarily die, but you'd probably, if you failed, you could certainly be broken a bit. Because he fell down into that fucking, onto the bars, didn't he? About 20 foot down or whatever.
And his heart rate was spiking at like 200 beats a minute.
Yeah.
You can't win as much, can you? Just a few thousand on them.
Yeah.
I think it was 1,000, wasn't it? I think
might have been
the most.
4.
I can't remember.
Can't remember exactly. But the Running Man's $1 billion.
But it's the riskiest one, isn't it? That's the thing.
Of course, nobody's won it.
So, anything that's enough to cover the medical care. Instead, due to a combination of bad luck and a glitch in the selection process, and he gets beaten up by some security guards who are trying to help Willie Nelson, who's vomiting blood everywhere.
Well, they say he's the angriest man ever to audition for the shows.
Is he that angry though? I mean,
he did punch the shit out of the fucking screen that the guy was asking him to check in. You know what I mean? He broke the screen, didn't he? When he asked him about whether he should be there or not, and kind of he punched the screen out of anger.
I'd have liked something a bit more of his background because he's obviously got some anger, and it's not. He might be just from, having a shitty life in a slum, or is it? There's been resource wars in this. I'm sure there has.
See,
was he a veteran? Has he learned how to be the ang? Has he learned?
He wasn't a veteran, was he? Because he tried to convince. Ritual, the vagrant, that he's a veteran.
See, what I took from it was because they do those little flashback bits, didn't they?
Yeah.
Prior to this, and they do it again in a little while, if I remember rightly. So they did it twice, and the first time round, I did think, he's an angry man because he's always on the fucking raw end of stuff. He's only ever trying to help and do the right thing.
Yeah. But that's not what they want him to do.
That's it. They don't care about the people.
Yeah.
They don't care that he saved 200 people's lives by blowing up that shaft instead of it going the one way, it went the other way. He saved loads of people but blew up the shaft. They didn't like that.
No,
He should have killed the people. He shouldn't have pressed that kill switch. And that fucking guy that he caught on the rig.
Yes, yeah.
He should have let the guy drop. It's like, why would you? You know what I mean? He was a hero.
Yeah.
And he's fucking completely angry with society because he does all of this.
It's unjust, isn't it?
He gets pushed to the bottom of the ladder every time because he does the right thing. So he's just angry at anybody that is on that side of the wall, essentially, because they're all the enemy to him.
Of course,
they're all just as bad as every manager that he's had that's kicked him to the curb because he's done the right thing. So that's what I took from those initial bits, and then it kind of got backed up a bit later when it shows it again. It was like, he was the hero.
Actually, one thing in this movie that I didn't like was those dream sequences he has in the film. So, like the flashbacks, he's asleep, he has a flashback. There's a bit later on when he's being hunted, he's on the show, when he dreams the hunters have come in the hotel room.
Yes.
And it's like, that was a bit just unnecessary. That was a bit confusing. I mean, I get you'd be dreaming about that, because I would be as well. But I don't need to see it in the film, you know? Threw me a little bit when I watched it.
I think that's the point, though, isn't it? It makes you think, oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a dream, obviously.
So yeah, no one's ever won the Running Man. The catch is brutal, but simple. Survive the hunt for 30 days and you win $1 billion new dollars, more than enough to care for their family, secure the future. If you refuse, you spend the rest of your life in a bleak detention block with no hope of relief. Then he's hesitant, but the network's charismatic and ruthlessly persuasive producer, Dan Killian. I don't think they changed the name from the original.
Same, innit?
Yeah.
No, it's not Dan, is it?
Oh,
No, it was Killian, but
Something else.
I think it was just Killian, to be
think
fair.
it was just Killian.
I think it began with a D.
Yeah. Well, he convinces him to go through it by offering a guaranteed safe house for her family and an advance payment for Kathy's medicine. And Ben reluctantly agrees, entering the game not out of ambition, but out of the simplest and most human of motives, love for his daughter.
But it wasn't just that, was it? It's for every day he survives,
It's so many thousand.
he gets a bit of money,
And if
you've
got
to
to do
straight to his wife.
Yeah.
That was the deal. So even if he lasted a week in his mind, he was thinking, well, she'll get 20 grand or whatever it worked out to be, because it basically doubled every night you survive past midnight. As long as he submits a video of himself being alive, he sends that by midnight each night.
He has to do
through some
10 minutes a
airlink.
day.
Yeah, every
Doesn't
night
he?
he has to do like a 10-minute little fucking vlog to show that he's still alive. He's still doing what he should be doing.
It was slightly unfair because you've got to put it in the mailbox, which is also a drone.
Yeah,
But it's like, well,
very obvious.
so
You're
we
gonna
know
watch
he's
the
here.
mailboxes,
So it's
aren't you?
there's fucking GPS. There's got to be GPS on the drone,
Yeah,
so they know exactly where he's posted the thing.
no, that's kind of part of the hardness of it, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I
It's
guess it
getting
is.
in and getting away, and that makes it even more challenging, doesn't
Well,
it?
they cheat, don't they, the network? They can find him, anyone, anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Well, the
it's a scam.
TVs watch you
Yeah.
for a start.
yeah,
They've got DNA traces in the lamps, every street lamp.
yeah,
Oh fuck me, yeah,
So-
yeah.
And
Not
and
just
then
that,
you've got the people,
any person that sees
or the public, yeah,
Oh yeah,
dobbing you in.
that's the other thing. If you dob them in and
You've got
it's a
10
confirmed
grand.
sighting, it's like so many thousand. And
Yeah,
if you
or
dob them
10
in and they
grand,
die,
whatever.
it's even more.
Yeah, if it's a confirmed kill or whatever. Yeah.
Should we go through the rules of the run?
Yeah, go on then.
First rule is running money. Runners get $1,000 new advance.
That's right.
A
so they got
12-hour
some money
start. The running cam, which we discussed, 10 minutes. You got to mail it before midnight, or you're disqualified. Don't die for free.
Hey,
And run far, get rich. 30 days is $1 billion new dollars.
wow.
Yeah, he just wanted to make enough, didn't he? Though initially, really, he thought he didn't care anymore. He wanted to save his daughter, make enough that they'd be comfortable. That was his goal. So I don't think he thought he was going to survive.
I mean, the people he was with, like, he was with a young woman who was his neighbour from the street over, next block over, and then this weird random dude who was just.
Bit of a geeky guy.
You knew he was going to die within the first fucking 3 hours.
Jansky.
Jansky. And he's literally in the deli, like, not even bothering to cover his face. Just like, hey, you know, there's that show, The Running Guy. Apparently one of them looks a bit like me.
Just flirting with the bird, isn't he?
Just flirting with the fucking bird behind the counter, and she just goes, oh, that was him. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, he's here.
He gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
Bit disappointing though, because obviously in the original film, there's a lot of Arnie working with the other two people, and they end up helping him and getting him to the end.
It's a bit more of a team effort, isn't it?
Yeah, and doesn't the Gorky one in that survive, if I remember rightly?
Yes, because he hacks the network. He gets injured, but he hacks the computer and puts the real broadcast out.
It's the black guy. So there's the three of them, isn't there? There's the black guy, the Gorky guy, and Arnie. The black guy does...
I think he goes out like a hero, though, doesn't he?
Yeah. Doesn't he blow up?
I thought Sub-Zero got him.
So, yeah.
Dynamo gets the geeky guy.
Yeah, he hurts him. Yeah, but he survives. Yeah. Oh, fucking brilliant film. It's a lovely film.
So there's 5 hunters. One of them wearing some weird gimp mask.
Didn't like the hunters. I will say that. I didn't like the hunters. They should have made the hunters a little bit more true to the original.
Or just give them some personality.
A little bit of flamboyance. Because that's what they needed. They should have had a bit of flamboyance to them.
Apart from gimp mask guy, I couldn't really... They were all very anonymous.
Chief McCone.
Yeah. But he did have his... What was his knife was called Destiny. His pistol was called Fate. You can't outrun fate, or you'll get your date with destiny. And you're like, oh, that's all right, fair enough. But it's like, why is he wearing the gimp mask?
But they didn't have any cool toys.
They had to hide his identity, didn't they?
It's like an executioner.
Well, they'd figure out who he was.
Yeah, because he was...
He was on the very first season, the very first show.
He was the 29-day survivor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that was the deal. They didn't want him to win the show, but they were like, look, we'll fuck you. You can be in charge. That was the point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which you don't find out till the end, but I think anybody about halfway through the film, I think most intelligent people will start getting a bit of an inkling that there's something on with that guy with the mask.
There's a reason he's wearing the mask.
Yeah. It's just obvious, isn't it? And when they said that, it was like, oh, okay, that wasn't a big surprise.
Yeah.
It wasn't the biggest of twists.
Well, at first it was thought like the executioners would wear a hood, so they couldn't have any reparations against them. I thought it might have been something similar to that, but then the others didn't have one on.
They were all...
You had a Nazi-looking guy with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he looks a bit fucking Nazi, so he's probably really into this. So from the first moments, we see the cold truth. This is not a fair competition, but a spectacle designed for mass consumption. The nation watches as runners fall and die, either at the hands of the hunters or due to public betrayal. And yeah, the public are really in for this.
They certainly are.
It turns each death into highlight reels, turning horror into entertainment. We've always loved this, though, haven't we, as a species?
Yeah,
going back to gladiatorial,
going
back to gladiator games, we've always loved this shit. You know,
it's only even though UFC, you know what I mean. All right, we're not killing, but it does happen.
Yeah,
I think we've all probably seen a boxing match at least where the guys died at the end of it. I know I have. One where
I've never seen anyone die, but
the one where Nigel
Ben killed someone in the ring, didn't he?
Yeah, I watched that match.
We all saw Apollo Creed.
That was heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking. Everyone concerned.
Yeah, man.
It
was heartbreaking. That was.
You know, his first contacts with the hunters are devastating reminders of how stacked the odds are against him. So obviously the first one dies in hours.
Yeah. There's 3 types, isn't there?
Yes, go on. I was going to say this, but if you got it written, got it in your copious notes.
You got the hopeless dude.
Yes, the hopeless dude who gets killed early.
Which is
within 40 hours.
Yeah.
You get the negative dude, which is a woman. They last to the end of week 1. And then you got the final dude, and he normally lasts about 2 weeks when the ratings peak, and they get rid of him. So it's all planned.
But they plan that out, so they're like, they keep him alive, or you know what I mean. They could have killed him any time, but they don't.
That's it. Yeah. See, and you know, he doesn't actually try and. First of all, he goes to see his mate who does fake IDs, doesn't he? And he gets a few IDs. Starts off as a network exec. He's staying in a penthouse suite in a luxury hotel, which isn't a bad plan, is it? But you know, he gets found out fairly quickly. Doesn't want to kill people in this scenario.
No.
Well, the thing is, they torture Molly, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Put his
pushing
fingers in a vice.
yeah. And he reveals that one of Ben's aliases is John Springer. All of a sudden they know where he is and they got him.
The psychological weight of being hunted along with the worldwide gaze does start to take its toll on him. Obviously, he starts having nightmares about them breaking in and shooting him in the head while he's asleep.
Yep.
You know, the hunters themselves, they're not faceless villains, but they're not as good as the original, as we said. No. Evan McCone is the leader of the hunters. Obviously, he's the icy precision and calm and settling confidence, whereas the others sort of vary in style and strategy. Some do just brutal efficiency, others sort of revel in theatrics to get the viewing ratings up, because someone's got to replace Chief McCone at some point, aren't they?
Yep.
And they're briefly humanised through sort of profiles and scripted pseudo-character backstories. These are like pro wrestlers in a way, aren't they? They're like gladiators.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
like you say, it doesn't have the impact of the first one with the different weapons. And
they should have had like some. They could have had much fancier weapons. Even some fancy fucking costumes, a little fancy vehicle or something, just like they had in the original. Like,
if I'm going to watch someone get hunted to the death, I want some fucking theatrical oomph to it.
Yeah, I
want Dynamo. I want Sub-Zero.
I was going to say Dynamo and his fucking blue lights all over.
Yeah, and he was an opera singer too.
Yeah, man.
You know, fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he couldn't have been more fucking camp. He was camper than a row of pink tents, for God's sake.
But it doesn't matter.
He was kind of threatening at the same time.
He had a June buggy there.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's ace.
And he was singing opera, driving the June buggy. But yeah, that was my bit of a thing with this. Is like, yeah, I could have had a bit more with them. Ordinary citizens are encouraged to participate directly. People rat each other out through apps. Drones hover over neighbourhoods, broadcasting sightings. And entire communities are reshaped into battlegrounds where survival depends on blending in, staying hidden, or risking betrayal for a momentary payoff. His progress through the game becomes a slow, brutal journey of survival, but also of awareness. He gets certain people to help him out. There's the YouTube guy. Well, but not YouTube, but it's basically YouTube. Pirate YouTube. He's like, he sort of fills in gaps in backs. He's used as a tool, isn't he, that guy? He gets him out of the city, but also he's like his little videos are used as a tool to fill in gaps in story that you might, why the network are such cunts, all that kind of thing.
Propaganda.
Alternate propaganda,
Stamper outer.
Yes.
In a way. The anti-propagandist.
And he makes it out into the country. He finds that one house where there's a crazy old woman who wants to dob him in, and her son who's turned the entire house into a fucking booby trap.
He's ace, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's my favourite character in the whole film. Actually, he was. What's his name?
Elton.
What's his name? The actor. He's the one that did
Michael Cera.
That's it, Michael Cera. He was good in it, actually. He was very funny in it. That was the bit. That was that bit of humour brought into it.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of humour, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Like I say, it's not slapstick humour, but it's very
it's dark humour, isn't it? Yeah.
Bit of a wink.
Do you remember the ginger kids?
Oh, they kill the second. They kill the chick who's on it with them, don't they? I admire her strategy. To be fair, she probably knows she ain't gonna fucking last, so she's living the high life.
I think that was what she was doing.
Yeah, it's like if I make it to 30 days, that's great, but at the same time, I've never had this much money. I'm going to the best casinos and I'm banging the hottest women. I'm living that high life, and the two kids fucking flamethrower her to death.
Jeff and Gito.
And they win a lifetime supply of cereal.
That was it, cereal.
Fun Twinks.
Oh man! So she's like, yeah, fuck you, I escaped. I took, and then these kids just flamethrower her in the back. It's like, fuck. Fucking gingers, eh? Can't trust them.
But Ben finds out that
they have no soul.
They've got nothing.
The city's giving kids cancer, aren't they?
It is, yeah.
He tries to post a video, doesn't he? Explaining it all.
Yeah.
But they change it.
That's
make him
the
look
thing,
like
innit?
a dick.
It's like, yeah.
So he realises nothing
nothing he can do.
No.
He's writing his because he decides, fuck this, I've got to do this vlog, so I'll just spam spout it all out, and
Yeah.
they just like completely manipulate it, and AI tech,
Deep fake and
and it makes out, like you say, it just makes him look like a
didn't
dick
he
instead.
eat a puppy? They changed it so like he killed and ate a puppy or something like that.
There was a few things like that. They started to make him look like a twat.
Yeah.
And instead of being the hero that he was just being made to look like an animal and just a horrible, horrible man.
And the death toll was going up, wasn't it? He was killing
That's
more
right.
and more people.
He blew up a fucking high-rise building kind of thing and killed dozens of people and didn't care. And then he made this vlog about it. It was like, I laughed. Yeah.
As he flees across the country toward the relative safety of the northern wilderness, he obviously encounters others we've touched upon there. Some are sympathetic, providing shelter and food, and some are cynical, believing resistance is futile. The one key ally who doesn't...
Hold on, before we go to that, can we talk more about Elton?
Oh, go
his
on,
house, because it's fucking amazing,
Go on,
it?
Yeah.
So he goes to Elton's house, doesn't he?
Yes,
Very
and his mother's.
The mum spots him and wants to dob him in.
Yeah. What was it? Wasn't his dad a proper policeman who wouldn't join the network?
He was killed by the network, wasn't he?
He set up a hot dog stand, didn't he?
That's right. He left the police force because he didn't believe in what they were turning into, and then just bought his own hot dog stand, and they didn't like the fact that he was making it on his own.
Like the best hot dogs in the city, and yeah.
So they just
Well, it's the fact also that he turned them down, he spurned them, didn't he?
yeah.
You know? So they killed him.
And then Elton
He says
basically plotted his revenge.
Yeah.
Slow fucking...
everything my dad taught me.
Just waiting patiently and calmly for the one day.
Yeah.
Well, that day's arrived, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
His mum's about to dob him in, and he stops her, and then he decides to...
He chucks her in the safe room.
But he decides to alert them himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he's like, no, fuck it, I'm going to have some fun.
Yeah. And his house is full of booby traps.
It's very Home Alone.
Oh, yeah, it really is as well, isn't it?
He's got the electrified floor.
And I think they did that as a bit of a nudge, a bit of a wink to Home Alone, the style. Because when they were coming up the stairs, you all thought he was going to throw paint cans at him.
Yeah.
We all did. You can't say we didn't.
No, it was a fucking big
But then
log
he
that
presses-
swung down
he
and...
presses that button
The
instead,
banister
doesn't he?
collapses,
The banister. But that's right, and it all collapses and they all fall off.
Yeah.
I like the electrified floor and the water gun.
That's good.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I like my bacon extra crispy.
Yeah.
And he's got acid and flamethrower triggered by laser beam tripwires.
You can't really argue with that, can you?
Oh, he definitely took out a few of them, didn't he?
Yeah. But then he's stabbed, isn't he?
He gets stabbed.
Yeah, by one of the hunters.
Yeah, he's gonna slice Ben's Achilles and drag him out in front of the cameras, but he ends up ironically getting his own Achilles sliced. But Ben won't execute him.
No.
So they get in the buggies, don't they?
That's right. Yeah,
They're being chased.
he's
by
got a load of
helicopter.
fucking explosives, like a load of fucking pipe bombs in a bag. He's like, I'll hold him off. Get across the bridge. I'll hold him off.
He gets shot in the head, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The cone shoots Elton in the head. Just as it's about to crash, Ben jumps into the river. Going at it with that hunter, isn't he?
Yes.
That's
Game
right.
of
He's
chicken.
got the big explosive. And there's a big boom and that hunter's dead. The one with the knife, wasn't it?
Of course, that's a cash bonus.
Yeah.
But of course, it's all been filmed, isn't it? We haven't mentioned Bobby T.
No, we haven't. How haven't we mentioned Bobby T?
Oh, the presenter.
Yeah.
Brilliant in this, isn't he? And he's like, bloodlust is our birthright. Set it free.
Bloodlust is our birthright. Fantastic. Well, after he gets out the river and stumbles on the highway, he encounters Amelia Williams, who he carjacks, basically. We're kind of not that far off the future, you know, because we've got the self-driving cars here, haven't we? She's a wealthy woman who has no concept of what the game does to ordinary people. Although her perspective begins to change when she sees deepfakes and manipulated broadcasts of herself that the network uses to discredit Ben and twist public perception. Once she understands the depth of the media manipulation, she assists him more, directly helping him evade surveillance and navigate dangerous terrain. And the alliance kind of symbolises a growing fracture between the elite and the oppressed, which is a fracture of the network fears, because, you know,
they don't want the truth.
You don't want the truth coming out. And if one person can see it, then more people can see it.
Mm-hmm. Which you kind of said is happening in real life now, isn't it?
Yeah. A social undercurrent begins to grow amongst the public. Underground theorists and conspiracy activists start scrutinising the broadcasts.
Again.
Yeah.
Similar to what's happening.
Yeah. Questioning the official narrative, these voices inspired by real-world media scepticism begin to swell outside of the network's control, feeding resistance movements in pockets across the country. And it's because he's defining that he's not supposed to go this long.
I love the punk feel of this film.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that.
Anti-establishment. Like
Well,
my alley.
Yeah. Quell surprise. Been a while since you pushed through a communist uprising. Ben's defiance, instinctive toughness and occasional acts of compassion filmed against the network's will turn him into an unexpected fan favourite, a runner who doesn't just survive but also refuses to play along with the spectacle. So as the game draws towards its final days, Ben and Amelia's journey leads them to a remote airstrip where they commandeer a jet. Well, they want to commandeer a jet, not to escape into obscurity, but to broadcast the truth about the running man in the network to the entire nation. They've got him blockaded at one point, but he bluffs it, doesn't he? He says, I've got a bag full of, there's a particular explosive.
Oh, what was it now? It's like Semtech, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
And he's
like very powerful C4.
He's, I'm dead anyway. You're going to kill me anyway, but I don't mind taking everyone else with me. Why not? It's in my pocket.
Yeah, because he says about the fact that Molly had some.
Yeah.
And they obviously they know that he went to Molly's, and they know because they also know that he knows that they went to Molly's and fucking tortured Molly. So he's kind of getting his bit of payback, isn't he, in a way?
Yeah.
But bluffing completely because he didn't take any.
So he demands a jet.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to Canada. And the idea is that him and Amelia are going to jump out. They're going to land, they're going to jump out somewhere. He wants 2 parachutes, doesn't he? Obviously, Chief McCone gets on the jet with them, and then all the pilots are hunters.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a shitter.
Yes.
So, you've got hunters trying to take control of the aircraft. Ben's having a chat with Killian. Like, you could be the 6th hunter, we'll give you your own show.
He doesn't know they're hunters yet, though, does he? He doesn't know they're hunters. None of us know they're hunters yet.
He suspects it, though, doesn't he? Because he says, like, you're missing one.
Yeah.
And he's like, how many bathrooms are on this? And he's seen that in an earlier quiz show, how many bathrooms are on this particular type of plane.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, 4. He goes, actually, it's 6.
Yeah.
So he's like, he knows there.
Yeah.
But any funny business, he's got the explosives, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's banking on. He's got that C4 in his pocket, and he'll blow the plane out of the sky. Downside is he has a chat with Killian, who then informs him that particular type of plane, because it's a top-of-the-range, luxury, first-class travel, has scanners for that kind of thing, and they all know it's just Amelia's handbag. And also he tells him that he's killed his family.
It shows him.
Shows him
footage of the pilots, the people that are flying in the plane.
Yeah.
They're the ones that did it. And he shows him that and tells him that. And he's like, right, they're dead.
Pretty much. He's forced into violent confrontation with that, and he manages to eliminate several of his pursuers, including McCone. Gets sucked through the window, sucked through the door, didn't he?
It's almost a alien resurrection moment.
It was. There really was.
It is alien resurrection, isn't it?
I know what I know you're on about.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's resurrection. Yeah.
And McCone reveals that he himself was once a runner.
He was the one that survived for 29 days.
And the reason he's wearing the mask, obviously, so he can't be recognised, but also he's a bit burnt and scarred up, isn't he? The irony is brutal. The hunters have become what runners fear most, yet the show presents them as heroes. In a final televised call, Killian tries to convince Ben to defect, to become a celebrity hunter, trade his survival for fame and power, promises riches and influence. if Ben kills his remaining enemies on air. Oh, I'd have sold my soul at that point. Family's dead. He's doing it for them. How many people do you want me to kill? Yeah, alright.
That's what he wants, isn't it? He wants to bait him into it.
Well, he doesn't truly believe that his family are dead, does he? Because he knows about the whole deep faking bullshit.
Well, that's got to be at the back of your mind, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think he believes it at first, doesn't he?
Well, he's in two minds, isn't he? He believes it because he's seen it, but at the same time he's questioning it. Is it? Did you just do that to make me fucking do this?
Yeah.
And then McCone says, we didn't kill him.
Yeah, he's like, will it matter if what I say? You can believe me either way, but no, we didn't kill him.
Yeah. Well, he tries to get viewers to see through the false narratives because this is all going out live.
Yeah.
He
thinks, and rise up against the media tyranny that exploits them.
Yeah, he says, seems like the whole point of Freevee is to make us hate each other so they can keep stealing from us while we fight in the mud.
Yes.
And then Killian tells him...
A lot of parallels with real life, isn't it?
And Killian tells him, by the way, we went off air, like as soon as we started to talk, basically.
Yeah.
And they've got a different version of it.
And they've put a different version on.
Oh, he's going to fly the plane into the network tower,
and kill all the people inside.
And even though it's them piloting it towards a tower, they're on remote.
Yeah.
They claim it's a terror threat, and even though they're redirecting the jet, they're going to they shoot it down with a missile because your network broadcasting tower is covered by layered anti-aircraft defences.
Yeah, because the network tower needs that.
Yeah. And they shoot it down, but even though they think it's his demise or it's presented, it's a false flag because that particular type of jet has an escape pod for the crew. Yes. And in the footage, there's a clear ejection. An ejaculation, if you will, out of the fire.
Amelia and...
she's gone already, hasn't she? She
jumped out.
She jumps out.
That's right.
She's got the other parachute. He's riding it one way. And the truth starts to leak out.
Yeah, because he tells her to get the leaflets out or whatever.
That's right.
He chucks her out with leaflets or I can't remember exactly what happened there.
You know, a young scavenger girl recovers the plane's black box. Her uncle leaks uncensored recordings online, and the footage contradicts the network's narrative and shows Ben's final moments truthfully. His refusal to cooperate with manipulation and his call for resistance against the network's tyranny. Stuart's quiet grocery store, far from the battlefields, we see Sheila and Kathy alive and safe. Their presence, once again hidden for their protection, becomes a symbol of hope and anonymous...
His wife and child.
Yeah. In a nice upmarket neighbourhood now.
Yeah. Well, they've been looked after like was promised.
Yes. Which I was actually genuinely surprised about.
Yeah. I think it's the fixer guy though, isn't it? It's that guy that when they're put on the programme, they were given like a fixer. You know, in the Hunger Games, you have Woody Harrelson's character in the Hunger Games. He's like their fixer. He looks after him. He teaches them the ways.
Yeah.
He was kind of like that, I guess. He was almost like a chauffeur-y fixer dude, and because he gives him a really fancy bottle of whiskey when he's about to go to the game and that, and he thanks him, and he's like, look after my wife and that, and he's like, yeah, I will, don't worry. But yeah, so I think maybe he's like a third party to it. Maybe not. Maybe he wasn't part of the network. He's like a third party. That's the impression I got from it.
Maybe. I mean, he's definitely like part of his job was he's supposed to look after the families. How efficiently he did that in other cases may have been questionable, but
maybe he just took a liking to Ben because he gave him that really nice fancy bottle of whiskey.
Well, he showed he had some integrity, didn't he? Because he was offered a woman and the whiskey and all that, but he didn't take it. I'm married, and he just walks out and he gives a bottle to him and says, "Look after my wife." I think, oh, you know what? I might actually do it this time.
Yeah, and he clearly did.
Yeah, and the person who pays for the groceries gives her a child's sock, which is the same sock that he took originally, off his daughter to sort of get him through, which is a symbol that Ben survived. The camera pulls back and Ben's there watching from a distance, alive and looking very determined. He's got a big look of determination on his face. The Running Man show goes dark for a moment and then returns to chaos. Audiences across the country watch riots break out at studio entrances And in the crowd, Ben emerges. They're all like, Richards lives! Richards lives! Because it's like they know at that point that it's bullshit. It's been proven to them, hasn't it? It's like,
well, they all said he died. That's what they showed.
Yeah.
They showed the footage of him dying, essentially.
Just before that, Bobby T resigns, doesn't he?
Yeah.
he does. He's like, I ain't going in there. What a fucking showman, though.
Oh, yeah. And Killian says to him, you think you can just walk? I love his response. Take another look at my contract. Page 42, paragraph 6. There's a special clause in the smallest of print that reads, fuck you.
Yeah. It's the guard, like, kind of pulls the gun on it first. And then as soon as he says that, the guard just, like, lowers his gun and lets him walk past.
The thing is, it'll come crashing down for him, though, won't it? It should, in theory, all these rich types, it should come crashing down for.
Yeah. But are they just as rosy-eyed as the rest of the public? Do you know what I mean? Are their eyes being clouded just as much as everybody else? It's only the people really at the top that know all the deep faking and that is actually going on. He was only a presenter. He may not realise that all those videos were faked and things like that. He might think it's what he's reading from the teleprompter is fact.
Maybe.
So when he realises, he's like, no, fuck you.
I think it was more the fact that the crowd were...
Bit of that as well,
hostile.
probably.
I ain't going out there.
I'd say they were very hostile. And Killian does try to go out there, doesn't he? He's going to take a... I built this crowd. This is my crowd. I can control them. I can get them back on side.
They're throwing Molotov
There's
cocktails.
Molotov cocktails flying through the air at him. Yeah. And Richards emerges himself through the smoke and confronts Killian himself in a climatic confrontation. The man who couldn't afford his daughter's medicine now stands as living proof that resistance is possible.
Not futile.
No, this isn't a tidy ending, really, in a way. It doesn't offer a fairy tale victory or a world perfectly fixed. Instead, it shows a man who refused to be a pawn, who survived not just the game, but the system that created it, and who inspired others to question everything. It doesn't end with closure, but it ends with a possibility of change. A hopeful nation in a once hopeless world.
Shit film. No, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Like I said, I wasn't holding out much hope.
Like I said at the start, I was a bit like, oh, how dare they butcher a classic again? You know, they did it with which one was it?
Total Recall.
Total Recall. It's like you remade Total Recall and they didn't even go to Mars. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was shit. But I must admit, I might be in the minority here, but I preferred this to the original.
Oh, wow.
Right, punch him before I do.
I'm sorry, but I did. I watched them back to back.
Is that because of the modernisation of the film and the fact that it's not quite as camp and things like that? Maybe
perhaps
is that what drew you to it? Do you think?
It's a bit dull in places. I think the Running Man in places. The original.
I've not watched the original for a while.
Like you say, it is a bit camp, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Which is, is one of the. It's not a bad thing.
It's part of its charm, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I just prefer this slightly more.
It's like there's no better bit in a film than when Arnie's being like chauffeured forcibly into the Running Man game.
Oh, that car.
And then he has to sign that bit of paper just before he goes in. And there's that little weasel fucking lawyer that he's a little weasel. And he's like, let me sign this. And uses his back.
Yes.
Full stop. And stabs it right into the back.
Well, I'm going to surprise you, gents. Because while this one has got a 6.4, would you like to guess what the original score is? IMDb.
Probably 5.6 or something.
No, it's higher than that.
No, it is higher.
I know because I saw 6.7.
6.6.
Oh, has it gone down? It was 6.7 the other day.
So it does have a slightly higher IMDb rate.
This is gone to this is a 6.4, and the other one is a 6.6, which I find disturbing because I love the original. I like this. It was just good. I'd watch it again.
I don't like the original. I just prefer this a little bit more.
I think what you'll find is a lot of the IMDb people that tend to be giving the ratings are probably under the age of 40 and probably don't appreciate films
There is that.
of that era as much as we do. If it's a 30-year-old, he wouldn't have at 10 years old been watching The Running Man like we were.
Yeah, there is that. But no, I enjoyed this.
I love the end credits as well.
Can't say as
The little comic strip bit with all the little. Did you watch
No,
it?
no.
I didn't you?
No.
Oh, I made notes of all of them, all the things that was on the
Of course you
screen.
did.
Yeah.
Fucking geek.
What we got them?
Right, there's little snippets of like the magazine that Elton was producing, I think, or the other guy with the mask.
Yeah.
It's got stuff like anti-censorship issue. It's time to free your mind. How to fuck up a goon truck. There's an arrow pointing at the top. It says, "Here is vulnerable to poured substances. How about flaming gasoline? The axle between these two wheels has really shitty armour. Try leaving an IED. When times are bad, the good gets splattered. There's a pic of Dan's head severed from the neck. It says, cut here. The execution issue. Yeah. The ultimate guide to regicide. Even Uptown is under the boot. Want to escape? Read the truth. The Americano, but with no in brackets. Give them a double shot. Roast the rich.
Oh, you love that one, didn't you?
There's a picture. I don't believe in violence. I'm just saying this was on the film. There's a goon on fire and it says, can you smell the bacon? There's a picture of the back of a bald man's head with a barcode. It says, you are not a commodity. There's 3 goons in a pic riddled with bullet holes. It says, target practice. There's pics of Macone. It says, killer, blood on your hands, resist them, turn off your freebie, fight the animals. There's a pic of a man with a flamethrower. It says, join the fight, it's heating up.
Ooh, punny.
And there's a few other messages like freedom over fear, beautiful night for a goon fire, privacy is power, break the network.
Well, so I'll give it a 7. I'm quite happy to give this a 7.
I'll give it a 7.
I think I'm with you on that, to be fair. I think that's about right for it. If it had have camped up a little bit,
if they'd have bought if they had a dynamo in there, it would have won me over completely.
A little bit better like the original, then it would have been an 8.
What would you put the original at?
8.
Really? 8? I'd go good 7.5 for the original. 7.5.
I'm a massive Arnie fan though. So
yeah, I get it.
I've always loved it just because of that.
I'll go 6.8.
Oh, you 6? You're standing by it.
Yeah,
You're going for the
standing by it.
This is better. Okay, there you go, listener. If you haven't seen this, I don't know why you've listened. To be honest, because we just ruined the entire film for you. But if you have seen this, give it a watch, or let us know what you think. Give it a rewatch.
Give us your scores if you fancy it.
I would watch this again. Sunday afternoon. It's a good Sunday afternoon film.
Yeah, it'd be one I'd come back to in a couple of years and rewatch, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Ben. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't join a cult.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Pete. Something about spilling out your ears, what did you say?
I think your brain just did spill out your ears briefly for a moment. That's why you got your hand up.
Everyone have a nice week. Take care.